Hey, what's up guys? So I'm gonna make a video show you how to fix the GS73 VR if you have an issue where one of the endings of the hinge is broken. Finding a lid nowadays is pretty hard. I was trying to find one, mine just broke. It's a pretty new machine, only a couple of months old. So I was thinking of a way to fix it, and I think I found a way to fix it so far, and it worked pretty well. So let me tell you how to do that. First of all, what you gotta do is consider fixing actual hinges. See, the problem with this machine is that at the factory they make the hinges very tight. So when you open and close the machine, it weakens these hinges. And these hinges, as you can see, they're very weak. They don't really spread out the weight of the bend throughout the structure. It's just sitting on the tip here. So when you bend, eventually there's too much pressure here of leverage and it breaks. So as you can see here, I fixed this end today and it's holding up pretty good. But first what you gotta do is, if you see right here, these are like little bolts, okay? So what you gotta do is you gotta loosen this up and make this hinge go up and down much lighter and easier. I loosen one up and mine goes up very easy now. As you can see, the laptop doesn't get lifted. Like before, it was, when you do that, the laptop would lift up because it was too tight. And that's the reason why these things tend to break. So what you gotta do is, you gotta find thin pair of, well, first of all, you gotta do first, first you gotta peel off the bezel, okay? Let's start with the bezel. I cannot do it in front of you because I already did it before. So you got the bezel right here. It's just glued pretty much from the top. You just slowly peel it off very, very carefully, and at the end you have some pins, and then it will come off, okay? Okay. So then, what you gotta do is find a thin pair of pliers, something like needle nose, something like this. Preferably something even smaller or thinner would be better, but even this worked. And then you grab this and you turn it counterclockwise, because turning it clockwise makes it tighter. So counterclockwise, which in this case would be this way, because clockwise is this way. So for this one, and for this one it would be opposite. So counterclockwise would be this way for this one. And then just, it would be very tight, but untighten it until the lid moves, you know, to your preferability, I guess. How I think, considering that your hinge is already broken, it's probably better to make it very open and close very lightly. Okay, so once you do that, then what you gotta do is, first you gotta get something to clamp the lid to the hinge, and then you gotta get contact cement, all-purpose structural adhesive cement. I got this 2-part one. I don't know if there's any other brands that's better. It's all I had, so I usually use this for whenever I have stuff that gets broken, and it's pretty functional, very useful to have at home anytime. So what you do is you just mix it up, one part, and then it becomes, I don't know what color yours is gonna be, but mine becomes pink. One is white, one is like reddish, and you mix it, becomes pink. And then you apply it here behind the hinge and try to cover a bit top of the hinge, and then you clip this thing right here and put on the back here, put like something like a piece of wood or something, or a penny or a coin. You clamp it up and you wait for this thing to become solid, and that's it. So it takes probably a couple hours for it to dry. I'd suggest you wait a bunch of hours, because if you peel it off too early, it would just pop off and that's it. You're gonna have to restart, which I actually had to do, which sucked. And then when that's done, you just put this thing, the bezel back on, and that's it. And no worries, but just remember, untighten these bolts. You see there's little bolts at the end right here. You have to make them loose a little bit so the lid can move around freely, and this won't happen to you on the other end. So because I loosened it up, I won't have this part breaking anymore. And that's that. Thanks very much. Please leave comments. Thanks.